Hi Ted, it's Forrester. Congratulations on this great milestone. I was privileged to be a postdoc with Ted and Fredo Duran between 2009 and 2011, and I learned a ton about human and machine vision from Ted. But one thing that particularly struck me was Ted's willingness to sort of go after unusual ideas because they appealed to his intuition about how a particular problem should be attacked. And this was a fun way of doing research, and it really appealed to me. So one way this has come back recently is one of Ted's long-running intuitions was that videos and the perception of video could be modeled as a stack of 2D layers instead of a full 3D representation. And Wang and Adelson wrote a paper on this topic in 1994 where they posed the problem of modeling a given video as a stack of partially transparent layers. So these ideas themselves were inspired by Walt Disney's beautiful multiplane camera rig, which was a physical camera rig where transparent layers could be mounted and moved independently to evoke camera motion in shots like this one. So Ted's idea was to take a video like this one is part of the MPEG benchmark, and produce the independently moving layers that reconstructed it. In the paper they proposed two key ideas. So the motion, or the apparent motion of each layer, should be smooth, and that the camera motion could be modeled by imagining each frame of the video as a window into a larger video, so sort of an unwrapped canvas, larger video. These ideas were inspirational for us in our own recent work, which looks at how to create layers that capture objects and their associated effects. So, given a video like this, we can create an unwrapped version with its background layer and a foreground horse layer that is copied and retimed, just like the videos into the background layer. Or we can take a video like this and separate each person into their own layer, then re-render the video without one person or without the other person. In their paper, Wang and Adelson used optical flow and segmentation to determine how to cut the video into layers, but flow and segmentation get tricky for a scene like this one. So are the trampolines part of the background or the foreground? Or do they have an obvious optical flow? So what should we do with effects like that? So to make this problem more tractable, we modified the task. In addition to the input RGB, we assign each layer an input mask, which can be created automatically these days using Mask RCNN. And then the task is to group the effects, such as the trampoline deformation, with the input mask most associated with that effect. If we do this job well, we can make our own interactive multiplane camera, where we can add or remove people, retime people to sync up their motions, or do other fun effects. Besides these high-level ideas, of course, our approach uses some deep learning magic that's recent to make the layers work. But, and I won't go into that now in the interest of time, but the basic ideas are still from Ted's 1994 paper. So there's motion grouping of layers, a large canvas with per-frame windows, and optical flow and segmentation to drive the optimization. Just in a way that probably wasn't obvious back then. So thanks, Ted, for all the inspiration and ideas. And it's been a pleasure working with you for the time that I did and knowing you all these years. And best wishes in your endeavors in the future.